all for being here tonight. I'm going to read to you from chapter 11, just a short excerpt because we have a time limit here.
Make sure you read nice and loud, just because it's such a big room. Thank you.
After the fall of Saigon in 1975, my parents carefully staged their realistic preparation. First and foremost, they purged their home of all wealth, political, and social evidence of their past life. Next, they wrote a farewell letter to their 5 children overseas to prepare them for the imminent communication cutoff. For how long they could not say. They dare not admit the possibility of a permanent separation. Historically, families had been divided across the political borders of many countries. East Germany barricaded from west by a wall. By a river was North Vietnam severed from south. Taiwan was saved from its motherland by a thin strait in the sea, so that people would climb over the wall and be shot. People would swim across the Dien-Hai River and be executed, or clinging to their roots, people would starve, making that great leap forward to death, like millions of Chinese underground. Our parents sat us down with them when they drafted their extemporized living will, in which they entreated my brothers and sisters their responsibility concerning each other and their financial future. I was to read out loud the content of this fateful episode. I broke out crying as I sounded these sad words. Dear Mai, Mary, Kai, Daniel, and Madeline, we are for the moment a divided family. Our country is going through some indecisive time, and we don't know what is coming next. We trust Uncle Ho and our great party to do the best for us. Meanwhile, Mai, you to be in charge of your brothers and sisters' future. We will think of you all daily and pray for our reunion. We promise you, children, to do everything possible to be again with you. If, by God's will, we fail, I could not finish my reading. Tears blinded my eyes, and the bowl of anguish choked me. I swallowed each new wave of wailing down and kept my unseeing eyes on the dancing words, afraid to look up and be broken down again by my family's pain. The sobbing erupted and was intolerable. It was as if this moment was our last. I scanned the last lines of the letter for only myself, shaken with grief. Farewell, children. May God keep you in his love. Signed, Dad, Mom, Honey, Patrick, Anne, and little Michelle. From the corner of my eyes, I saw Dad's shoulders shivering violently, and my ears caught a terrible sound, a suppressed cough emerging from his chest. Sign it, said Dad in a voice that our priest would use when he said amen. After brothers and sisters, you ought to go home in peace to end the long mass. I put down my signature as if I was executing a final will, as if the last that my family overseas would see of that 13-year-old sister would be only her name, pressed inside an envelope. Sign it, each of you. Dad continued to direct us, his voice now calm with acceptance. This may be our last letter to your brothers and sisters. I gave back the signed letter to Dad to pass around. The warm, salty sorrow inundated my face. I gathered in my memory the sight of my 2 little sisters wrapped in Mom's arms, their heads hidden inside the folds of my mother's clothes, their legs twisted underneath their buried bodies by an agony incomprehensible to them. The 3 of them were wailing uncontrollably. Patrick was immersed in his misery, his face contorted with a childish cry, lips quivering, and his fist helplessly digging circles into his eyes, howling, "Huh, huh, huh," as if he had just been bitten. Little Michelle added a kissing lips to her signature. This done, there was but the last task for our parents before we embarked into an unknown future, the liquidation of their assets to convert their lifetime savings into gold.